Hi, so I am going to do an example from the inequalities test on creating those word inequalities where you have to put the scenario in with one of the four options. So to give you an idea of the same procedure for all of them, and this is where I'm going to show you. So you want to do the same thing to every single side. So on the left-hand side, this is always going to be your variable. So that is the thing you don't know, or the part, what you don't know. It could be what you're trying to find out, but it's usually just what you don't know. And then on this side is always going to be the number it gives you. Number it gives you. So, sorry about my bad handwriting. So it's going to be the number it gives you, and then you're going to put an inequality somewhere in the middle. So I'm going to do a couple of examples, and you'll follow the same procedure each time. So the first example is the speed limit is not more than 40. So what we don't know, we're going to put over here, which is we don't know the speed limit. So we're going to go ahead and give it a variable. We can use X, you can use S, whatever your heart desires. And then the number it gave us is 40. So it says the speed limit is not more than 40. So let's go ahead and think of numbers that are not more than 40. So sometimes I start with that and then I go from there to figure out which way my inequality should open up. So numbers that are not more than 40, 29, 10, 0, 3. So if these numbers are not more than 40, okay, that means I'm looking at the sides and which way is the inequality going to open? Well, it's going to open towards this side. So there's my inequality. So that's the first part, is to figure out where it's opened. The variable's always on the left, the number is always on the right. And then the next thing you have to figure out is the or equal to. So in this case, it says the speed limit is not more than 40. So can it also be 40? If your answer is yes, that 40 can be included in the answer, then you would just put in a number, you would put underline for there. So this is the speed limit cannot be more than 40. So you would put it into this category. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to try another one. So it's the same procedure. So what do we not know? And the number it gives us. So in the next example, it says the cost of a bike is at least $100. So what I don't know is the cost of the bike. So that goes over here. We don't know the cost of the bike. But we do know that it involves the number 100. So it says the cost of the bike is at least $100. So let's think of things that are at least 100. Okay, 101, 200, 300. All of these numbers are at least 100. So when it comes to which way it opens, when we're trying to figure that out, once you see the numbers in comparison, it's pretty easy to know your inequality is going to open up to this side. Okay, now we have to determine, it says it is at least 100. So is 100 included? Well, yes, it says it's at least 100. If it were without the inequality, it would say more than 100. So you'll continue to do this same procedure, variable on the left, whatever number it gives you on the right. Then just kind of talk yourself through those numbers. What are some examples of what your variable could be? That's usually what helps me determine which way my inequality opens. So I really hope this video was helpful and for your inequalities quiz.